Welcome to another edition of Papa Bojo's Kitchen. Well, today I'm going to make fried rice. I've got some leftover cold rice, and you want to make sure your rice is cold. And so it's one of the things I like making. We're going to make chicken mushroom fried rice. Here are your ingredients. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt some butter in the pan. Once my butter's melted, I'm going to whisk and add my eggs in, and I'm going to scramble them. And I'm going to break them up and brown them just a little bit until they look like this. Now I'm going to turn the heat off and set them aside. Now I'm going to melt the rest of my butter. I'm going to add in both my onions and carrots. And I'm going to stir and cook these until the onions are translucent. Once the onions are translucent, I add in my mushrooms and my garlic. And I stir and cook over medium-low heat for about 2 minutes. After a couple minutes, I'm going to add in my peas and my chicken, and I'm going to stir and cook for another 2 minutes. Now I'm going to place all my vegetables in with my eggs. Now I'm going to melt another tablespoon and a half of butter. Once the butter's melted, I'm going to add in my rice. I'm going to make sure I break up my rice. About every 30 seconds, I'm going to turn my rice over. You're going to fry your rice now in about 3/4 heat. You want it pretty hot, and you want to crisp the bottom just a little bit. When the rice is nice and warmed up, we're going to add in soy sauce, and we're going to thoroughly mix it all in. Once the soy sauce is mixed in, we're going to add in our vegetables and eggs, and we're going to combine this all together. And you see this crispiness from letting it set just a little bit now? That's what you want. I've turned the heat off, and now I'm going to add myself a drizzle of sesame oil. It's about a teaspoon. And I'm going to mix this all together. And now it's time to plate. So plating this obviously is very simple. I'm just going to give myself a few heaping spoonfuls of this great fried rice. And that's all there is to making a really good, very fairly authentic fried rice. This is chicken mushroom fried rice. You can make it just vegetable. You can make it any way you want it, but this is one good way that I highly recommend. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Papa Bojo's Kitchen. I hope to see you again. Buon appetito. Bye.